Hi, guys, and welcome to Tailored Talk. Now, I'll just be going over FFG and this supposed weight loss journey. But first of all, I want to go over a clip of something that she said in her latest live stream. So, this is a clip from FFG's latest live stream called Foodie Beauty Can't Change Her Dirty Cat Past. Now, what she's describing is Foodie Beauty and Charlie talking about whether BBJ is with her, is living with her, or not. But I just want to take a snippet of what FFG said about Foodie and Charlie's content. So let's take a look.
It's not that deep. There's no fucking conspiracy. It is what it is. I do not have BBJ. Okay, I will say that till I'm blue in the face because it's just true. I don't know why the community needs me to like have the cat. I was very, very honest from the beginning about my feelings about cats. Okay, I don't want a cat. I don't want a cat that's like, let's say, known to the community and has been a character in our little Chantopolis, whatever, for this long to to be harmed. You know what I mean? That cat was in all of our hearts. We were all going nuts for that fucking cat. I didn't want the outcome that Chantal wanted, but that also doesn't mean I want a fucking cat, okay? I'm glad I was able to get the fucking cat. I'm glad we're taking care of all her bills and stuff. And I'm real glad that it didn't have to come down to, I don't know, me giving her to the SPCA or something like that. That I was able to find someone close to home the cat, love the cat, doesn't feel the same about cats like I do. I just don't understand the massive, like, fucking conspiracy that is being, I'm going to say, spun near the end of the month by two women who have fuck all going on their channels. And I'm talking about Chantal, number one, and I'm talking about Charlie, number two. Okay. Because this has been being pushed not only on YouTube by Chantal, but all over Twitter by Charlie. I genuinely don't get the fucking conspiracy. Oh, FFG's a liar and FFG. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off with that shit. Okay. The way you spin your fucking bullshit on Twitter and stuff, good for you. I don't know what to tell you more than that. It doesn't change shit. It doesn't mean there's some massive ass conspiracy. We did something fucking good here as a community. And I don't know. I don't want to start feeling bad for what we fucking did for BBJ. You know what I mean? It's really fucked up, but I'm also not going to be cornered by two bitches to tell, like, put my whole business online. They've done that. They've made sob story ass videos. Both of them have. I'm not a fucking channel like that. I sit here to escape sometimes my own real life bullshit. Have my fun with you guys. We react.
So, guys, I just wanted to talk about the last bit that FFG said, saying that she doesn't put sob stories on her channel. That's a little bit of a fib. So, 10 months ago, FFG went through a really devastating period of her life with her dog, Ollie, and she made a 3 hour live stream about it. Now, I'm not telling anybody how they can how they should or could process their trauma or devastating events. FFG or anybody on this platform or anybody on social media can process their trauma however they want. But FFG is sitting here now saying that she doesn't put up sad stuff, that she doesn't, she hasn't put up a sob story, that she just likes to keep things light and fun and happy. And that's not true all the time. Take, insert clip.
He got over something. A week after he came home from hospitalization, he was doing better. He started eating on his own again. He was playing. He was running. You guys heard him squeaking his little toys again. And He was humping his bed. I mean, we were cheering him on. He seemed to be doing so well. And then last week, at the end of last week, you could see the energy was down, which, okay, it wasn't too concerning. We've had kind of low energy days ever since the hospitalization. On Saturday, he stopped eating again. That was concerning, but again, I thought, no, that's okay. We're going to get past this. We've been past this before. We got him eating again before. So on Saturday all day, I was again force feeding him with his little syringe into his mouth, and he hated that. He hated that. I hated that. It was awful. On Saturday night, I'm not going to get into it, but listen, I don't know what anyone believes or what anyone doesn't believe, but something happened here on Saturday night. And I know that in hindsight, it was Ollie's time to go, but he wasn't ready to go. And he ran. He was suddenly running all over the house on Saturday night. It was so crazy. Something was chasing him all over the house. It was his time, but he didn't want to go. And we went to bed on Saturday night, and on Sunday morning, woke up, and he wouldn't drink any water on Sunday. And I knew that was a really scary sign because I had heard years ago, it's one thing when they stop eating, it's a bad sign, but when they stop drinking, they've given up.
So, guys, that was just a 2-minute clip. So, can you imagine what that was like to listen to for 3 hours? Can you imagine the amount of mental anguish and pain that her girl gang felt listening to a step by step death of her pet that she's had for 14 years? So, for FFG to now, so that was done 10 months ago. So, now for FFG to sit here now, on her platform and look down on other YouTubers for putting out their own stories or their own sob stories when she's done exactly the same thing and collected money for that. But she's done exactly the same thing. She's put out, her own trauma on her platform, but then turns around and criticizes Charlie or criticizes Foodie for doing exactly the same thing. That's deceptive behavior. And I'm not sticking up for Foodie. I'm not. But she's done exactly the same thing. You can't turn around and look down your nose at YouTubers for putting out sob stories when you put out a 3-hour live stream that has probably scarred your girl gang for life. Secondly, I'd like to talk about FFG's recent tweets towards Charlie. So this one says, I'll leave the choice to you. Should I keep streaming from wherever I get the chance, like I've been doing? Or should I keep saying I'm going to stream soon, ditch you for months at a time, but turn memberships on? Like Charlie Gold. And one of Charlie's subs gave this really good response. Sorry, guys. The screenshot that I took is really bad, but I'm gonna read you the full tweet by Bay's Pinky Finger, and it said, also, when Charlie isn't on YouTube, she's hanging out with viewers in her Discord and streaming TV shows. She's literally streaming right now. LOL. We all hang out and react, and it's a fun time. Just because she's not on YouTube all the time, it doesn't mean that Charlie's leaving her members high and dry. Now, FFG loves calling Charlie a has-been, but for a has-been, FFG is really obsessed with what Charlie does or doesn't do with her subscribers. And to be honest, it's really none of her business. If Charlie is such a has-been, then why do you care, FFG? So, guys, the second tweet that I'm going to focus on from FFG is, and another thing, it's hilarious how quick you are with Amy Flower receipts. when you couldn't provide the receipt for the donation you claimed to have made to that charity. Tags Charlie. Let me guess. I'm racist for pointing out that you scammed a charity, smiley face and clown. Now, there are so many things to unpack in this. So, with this tweet, Charlie also posted that charity receipt years ago, FFG, but then in the comments, she got criticized for taking too long to post the receipt. Now, I wanted to talk about the second issue. When FFG says, let me guess, I'm racist for pointing out that you scammed a charity. So, this is the problem. Like Charlie said before, if you were forced into that apology, FFG, if you're not, like Charlie said, if you're not really sorry, don't apologize. Because when it comes to Charlie, FFG is making a weird habit of making these passive aggressive digs about the racist issue, the racist um kind of backlash that FFG got. And because of FFG's immature reaction, this gives me Sharon Osbourne on The View vibes. Okay. So, chart for example, when Sharon got stuck up for Piers Morgan and then had that face off with the girls from The View and ended up saying a lot of problematic things. For example, Charlie could film herself doing gymnastics on a live, okay, doing a straddle roll backflip and, getting cheers from the chat. And FFG will be like, Charlie, you suck. Is it racist if I say that you suck? And it's like, FFG, stop playing dumb. After so many years, you have called out Foodie Beauty for her racism continuously, and I don't understand why you're acting like this, because you have put your foot on FFG's. Oh no, sorry, you've put your foot on Foodie Beauty's non-existent neck for her racism. You call out her racism, her anti-Semitism, her homophobia every single time. So you know what is racist and what isn't racist. And you're acting exactly like Foodie, with all these passive aggressive digs about the issue that you had. And if Charlie posts charity receipts, will you finally apologize to Charlie about the welfare comment? Because you never did actually apologize to Charlie. You never did. So if Charlie posts receipts, will Charlie finally get the apology that she deserves? Fair is fair after all. So, guys, the last tweet from FFG about Charlie that I'm going to cover ties in with what I was originally going to make a video about. So, FFG says, I'm so effing stressed. I need a vacation. I'm thinking Hawaii. Be right back. I'm going to make a GoFundMe. First of all, so Charlie has explained 1,000 times that she didn't make the GoFundMe. This GoFundMe was made by her family and friends when Charlie was really sick and bedbound and depressed. And this was in 2016, before Charlie was on YouTube. And it shows you how desperate FFG is when she is using Jurassic Park old receipts and pulling lies out of her ass. But my main point is that this tweet is so hypocritical coming from FFG, because she always brings up this 2016 GoFundMe to make Charlie look like a scammer, when FFG is one of the most prolific, manipulative scammers on this side of YouTube. And I absolutely mean that. FFG is talking about Charlie's family setting up a GoFundMe when she really needed it, when FFG is the same woman that constantly uses BBJ like a personal GoFundMe when she needs money. Or correction, when she needs easy money. And I'm going to go deeper on this. Now, in an earlier clip of her most recent live, people are still, the topic doesn't have to be about BBJ, but people obviously give her money. They still give her money towards BBJ, especially when she's talking about her like she did yesterday. And FFG will never say, "Girl gang, you can slow down on the super chats. It's fine. I've got her covered. I don't need much." Now, FFG has said way back when that she's got BBJ covered when it comes to money. And I believe her 100% because there's no way that she would take on an elderly cat if she couldn't pay for it. Now, I'm going to give FFG a compliment right now. FFG is an amazing pet parent. She is. I'm sure she's been an amazing pet parent to every pet that she's ever had, including her current dog. And she's amazing with BBJ. I'm sure BBJ loves her, and FFG wouldn't take on that responsibility if she didn't have the money. So FFG has got BBJ covered until the day that she dies without super chats. FFG absolutely needs that girl gang money for herself, and I'll tell you why. FFG, in my opinion, is like the female Columbo of Girl World. So, guys, remember Columbo? Columbo, the infamous detective played by Peter Falk. He's the bumbling, confused, like scatterbrained detective that always saves the day. FFG is like Columbo. She's also very good at putting on different personas to suit whatever audience she's with at the time. So let's talk about FFG's persona. This is just my opinion. FFG's persona is kind of like a don't fuck with me, I will fuck you up, lovable tomboy with a soft spot for pets. FFG is the guy's girl that you can relax with, kick back and get stoned with, make fun of foodie, click open a Coke Zero, open a pizza, and have a good time with. When you see her physically, FFG loves her Adidas sweatpants, her sneakers. Sometimes she looks like she's just rolled out of bed, ready to smoke a morning joint. FFG's persona is this relatable guy's girl. She's a relatable guy's girl with a heart of gold, right? That's her persona. That persona makes her girl gang feel invited, feel comfortable, and relaxed. But make no doubt about it, underneath the sweatpants and the swept up ponytail, underneath the swearing and the spliffs, FFG is a very savvy, ruthless, go getter businesswoman, kind of like Rebel Wilson in the Hustle film. Kind of like, all the candidates that you see in The Apprentice. She knows exactly what she wants and she needs easy money and her girl gang to do it. So, FFG in the past has said that she went to work full time to now working part time and working from home. I think it's like 3 days a week because she's making enough money where she doesn't have to work that much. And also, she's got her fingers in a lot of pies, is speaking to a lot of contacts, and she's a budding entrepreneur. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what an entrepreneur is, it means that you work for yourself, day in, day out. If you are an entrepreneur, you are your own business, you are your own manager, you have your own job, you run your own business, you run your own company, or you have a skill and you live off your skill. You are your own 9 to 5 and you work by your own rules, like a hairdresser. Like a hairdresser may be an entrepreneur. They may just work for themselves, make their own money, or a building contractor. They are an entrepreneur. They are the ones that go from door to door. They sign their own contracts. They make their own money. They make their own paychecks. They don't work for any business. An entrepreneur works for themselves and has their own business. They are their own business, basically. And FFG apparently is going into that world. She wants to become an entrepreneur and work for herself and become her own businesswoman. So, to become an entrepreneur, you need resources and a heck of a lot of money. So, how is FFG going to get a large, amount of money in a short amount of time in a harmless manner without breaking any laws? And there's only one answer to that, guys: her girl gang. Question: how is her loyal, devoted girl gang going to part with her hard earned money? There's only one answer, which FFG figured out ages ago, and that's BBJ. Putting BBJ in her thumbnails, posting cute cat pictures on her community tab. FFG knows exactly what she's doing when she puts that cat all over the net. She knows exactly what she's doing when she mentions BBJ on her lives. She knows exactly what she's doing when she puts on in capital letters that she's going to, that we're going to get BBJ a cat collar. We're going to get her a catio. We're going to get her this. We're going to get her that. We're going to treat BBJ. She knows exactly what she's doing. Girl gang, FFG needs your money for her own up and coming business ventures. And she's pimping out BBJ to do that, to get your money, girl gang. It's really that simple. Like I've said before, FFG is an incredibly smart individual. Okay? I mean, it's not harder to be smarter than, Foodie, because her brain is turned to mashed potato mush. But FFG is an extremely intelligent individual. She has a high level of emotional intelligence, and she knows exactly what to do or say to make Girl Gang throw money at her. She is like she said before, she's a very good she's an exceptional reader of people, and not only by body language, but she knows what to do to detect people's weak spots and then exploit them for whatever she needs, whether that's money or whether that's loyalty and emotional support. She's very good. She's very intelligent, she's very cunning and extremely savvy, and that comes from being a people person. Okay. Salah, Foodie's so-called husband, could take classes from her. He really could. Mark my words, FFG will be running the new Hustlers University very soon. Andrew Tate has nothing on FFG. FFG could easily run 10 million circles around Andrew Tate concerning the Hustlers University thing, not any of his other stuff. The level of emotional manipulation and control that FFG exercises over keeping her girl gang completely blind to her true intentions and devoted to her at the same time is an alpha woman level of talent. It's scarily brilliant. The final thing that I want to talk about, guys, if you've reached this far, we are going to have a little fun. FFG and Salah. Now, FFG needs to stop pretending that she would kick Salah out of bed. She would be all over Salah if Salah was single and in Canada. I'm going to do a little flashback. This is what she had to say about Salah's body when he went to the beach and did that topless Baywatch walk. Let's take a look.
She's trying to swim to Canada.
Hello, guys.
Okay. First of all, that hair pattern just sickens me. Second of all, the boobs. Okay, wait, I don't know if you can see my mouse. See down here. See down here. You know, like when young women have kids, young like hotties have kids, and they do that snapback so quick and stuff. But until they get that snapback going, they got the jiggly lower part of the belly. Let's just watch those few steps again. And you tell me this wide hip having bitch just didn't birth a couple of kids and is working on his fucking snapback.
Hello, guys. It's a cold, salty.
Oh, Patricia Thomas, you'll get there eventually. Edith Puffy, thank you for the super chat. Salad's body looks like linguine al dente.
Water and a sunny day.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, so much.
Good.
Make you, fresh. Exercise.
It feels good in the hot sun, huh?
It's very good vibe for summer.
Yeah.
And Salah enjoyed it so much, he decided to go for a second round and just floated peacefully in the sea.
Well, it's enough for today. Inshallah, we're going to swim later. Next time.
Yes. Hey, guys.
I hate his fucking body hair. It makes me... I don't know why it's giving me goosebumps. It's grossing me all the way the fuck out. If he's that hairy up there, I can't even imagine the bush must be just out of control. It just disgusting, man. This man disgusts me from head to toe. Every single piece of him and thing about him is just so nasty. Hair, shirt, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, now FFG is officially the lady doth protests too much. Now FFG makes fun of Salah, making fun about his man tits, his hair, calling him noodle arms, saying that he's basically a pregnancy snapback guy. But let's get real here. Let's get really real. Like FFG wouldn't be face deep in that chest hair if she had the chance. In the beginning, when we first met Salah in Foodie's first video, prime debut, young, cute Salah is FFG's type. FFG is on record saying that her type is usually like tanned, slim Middle Eastern men. And back then, that was debut prime Salah. This is a woman that was so turned on when she saw Salah for the first time that she made up an imaginary boyfriend on the spot because she was so jealous, she was so insecure, and she didn't believe that Salah existed. So she made up a boyfriend and called him Mr. FFG. Guys, there is no Mr. FFG. This man is more fictional than FFG's diet and weight loss plan. It's not happening, and Mr. FFG does not exist. He never has. Now, if Salah was single and in Canada, and let's just say FFG, bumped into him and met him at a club, FFG would be all over him like grilled cheese on a tomato and pesto panini. If Salah said, "Hi FFG, baby, let's go to my place. We can smoke shisha, we can mess around, we can have fun, I can cook for you, and you can just pay for my Uber." FFG would bite Salah's hand off. FFG's Adidas boxer shorts would be slid off before Salah could even raise an eyebrow. FFG needs to stop pretending like Salah al-Sultan is beneath her. A single Salah would be one of the best offers that FFG has had in a long freaking time. Because there is no Mr. FFG. She does not have a real living, breathing boyfriend. And currently, she can't afford artificial intelligence unless, girl gang, you get your act together and put more money in her pockets. So, FFG would be jumping on Salah's snapback body if he was single. Like, think of Katie when she jumped over the cafeteria table to fight Regina in Mean Girls. FFG would be on Salah that quick. If Salah was in Montreal right now and single and ready to mingle, and he looks the same way that I've put in this picture, FFG would snap Salah up like a cold Coke Zero on a sunny summer afternoon, and she knows it. We all know it. So FFG needs to stop acting, like putting on a performance like she would never go near Salah. Of course she would. Salah is her type. Salah is her ideal man. Salah is the guy that she goes for. Okay, guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks if you got this far. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening.